One afternoon, after a fairly lengthy morning rainstorm, I was walking down a sidewalk. And as I walked down the sidewalk, I saw a little boy. That little boy was sitting on a wet sidewalk. But as I approached him, he looked up at me and with a great smile on his face said, "I got a worm." And he did. He had a worm in his hand. But he was proud of that worm. And so I kind of teased him. I said, "Well, why don't you take that worm home and give it to your mom and maybe she could cook it for supper?" And he said to me, "No, I can't do that because our family has decided that we will be vegetarians." And I said to him, "Well, how do you know that a worm is meat?" And he said, "I know because I broke one once and it bled." What is in your hand? A little boy sitting on a sidewalk, proud of his discovery. You know, many years ago, Moses came into confrontation with God. And as he did, feeling his own inadequacy and his own inabilities, he tried to tell the Lord that he couldn't serve him because he wasn't capable. And finally, God said to Moses, "Moses, what is in your hand?" Moses had a staff, and you probably know the rest of the story. Moses threw the rod down, or the staff down on the ground, and it turned into a serpent, and when he picked it up, it turned into a rod again. The moral of this story, and the whole point of what I'm trying to say right now, is God has placed into each of our hands something important, something vital. God gives you and me opportunities to serve him. We may not think that the abilities that we possess or the gifts that we have are very much. And yet, no matter how big or how small those objects or those abilities, God says, "What is in your hand?" And when God takes the things that we have and adds his power to them, they become wonderful instruments for his blessing to the men and women and the boys and girls, the young people around us, to our world in general. God bless you. What is in your hand?